on a day-to-day, a lot of your job is, well, for me, certainly a lot of it is making sure your equipment's in good running order. As the video moves on and gets more technical and more robust, there's a lot more things that come with it. There's a lot of, I just upgraded all our stuff, and we have 6 AV metrics boxes, 6 up-down cross converters. I have 18 computers that I have to manage. I have, all the equipment that I set up in the visiting coaches room on the road. So daily you're making sure everything's working properly. You come in on the road, you come in every morning, you get everything set, you come in the night before with the equipment guys, get everything set up. If things aren't working, you got to solve it for the morning. Because the last thing you want is for the coaches to come in and things aren't working. So usually I go in with the equipment guys this is on the road. At home it's pretty much plug and play, it's straightforward, but on the road, we go in, set up the rooms, make sure everyone's stuff is laid out, make sure all the internet's good to go, the access points are working, and we're ready for the morning, because you just want your coaching staff to come in right away and have no problem. They just get in there, put on their gear, and they're focused on the task at hand, which is winning that game that night or that afternoon, what have you. There are a lot of other things I take care of. I work with management a little bit on just day-to-day things that they need we have a whole bunch of like lineup boards, et cetera, et cetera. I know it's menial tasks, but it's things that are really important for the organization. And so you order this, you order that, and again, it's just making sure everyone has what they need. What other things? Again, I got to deal with all the expense reports. I got no problem with it. It's great. It's perfect. It's easy to do. It takes everything off the coaches' plates. And so that's just another kind of example of day-to-day duties that you probably don't think of much as what a video person would do, but a lot of those little tasks are pushed onto your plate, and you guys got to take care of them. So there are sometimes some things that sometimes I just shake my head at certain things, and I'm just like, really? Come on, guys. Like, this is pretty basic stuff. But we get through it, and we fight through it, and we love each other, and so it's not a big deal. Our pre-scouts have changed a little bit over the years since I've been there with the Wild. We started, Mike Yo was the first coach I worked for. He was pretty good. He did all his own stuff. I was pretty hands-off. I just cut the video, laid it out on a platter for him and the assistant coaches. They were a little long, so the last few years since Dean Evison's been the coach, and Bruce, I used to lay out 60 clips for Bruce, and he would cut it down to, Bruce Boudreau, he'd cut it down to about 30. And we would go from there, but it was very repetitive. It was the same systems all the time. I mean, it was very good information, but it was kind of very repetitive, the same stuff over and over again. So when Dean came on board, this is the first time we've had an analytics department for a long time, but this is kind of the first time where we've incorporated analytics with it. And Dean's really big in keeping everything fresh. So one time in the beginning of the year, we always show a lot of pre-scouts that are very system-based. Lots of clips about face-offs, about neutral zone. If we haven't seen a team for a while, or it's a new coach or something like that, we'll show a little bit heavier. But as the season goes on, we change that focus, and we use a lot of our analytics. And so our analytics person will put together a little package, and in the next slide, I'll show you an example of what he gives us. And we'll tailor our pre-scout video to that. So you just focus on, there's there's like eight points in front of me on the next slide. So we'll just, two slides for each, or 2 clips for each point, and quick, it's like 5 minutes. If that's what when we get into the year, that's what our pre-scouts end up being.